We are coming up on my most hated day of the year, and I don't mean tax day here in the United States. On today's episode, we will be talking about springing forward for daylight savings time and why it's important to start preparing now to lessen the impact. I'm Jay, and this is Somnilopod. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am so glad that you have joined me. And I have some bad news. We're coming up on daylight savings time. Now, I know it may not be as big a deal to you as it is to me, but for some reason, as I have gotten older, my sleep is so fragile that springing forward just a simple hour is enough to ruin my sleep for about 2 to 3 weeks after it happens. So I wanted us to take some time to talk about things that we can do to begin to prepare for daylight savings time. And that way we can lessen the impact that it has on our overall sleep schedule. Now, as we have discussed in the past, it is much harder to force your body to go to sleep when it is not sleepy than it is to stay awake when we are tired. So that's why springing forward has more of an impact on a lot of people. But fortunately, there are things that we can do to try to help lessen that impact. One of the most important things is to try to start to adjust your wake time now. Usually a week to 2 weeks ahead of time is what's going to give you the best result. So, for example, some people will do 15-minute increments by going to bed a little bit earlier and waking up a little bit earlier. Sometimes 15 minutes is a little bit much, but some of us who use our snooze button more than we should know that if we hit that snooze button 2 times instead of 3 times, that'll give us about 9 minutes. So we can start now to slowly increase or slowly push back our clock so that when we're waking up at the appropriate time on March the 14th, then we won't be as affected by that. Some other things that we can do that we have discussed in the past is to try to maintain really good sleep hygiene. So follow your normal bedtime routine, even if you are going to bed a little bit earlier than usual. Remember to try to discontinue the use of electronics, get rid of some of that blue light. If you're someone who tries to use melatonin when you have issues, a little bit of melatonin can start to help, taking it a little bit earlier in the evening. Melatonin is not necessarily a sleeping pill, but it does affect our circadian rhythm. So taking it a little bit earlier than you normally would may help to start push your circadian clock a little bit forward. Also, remember to get your appropriate amount of daylight during the day. What's going to be important over the next couple of weeks is to try to, as you are waking earlier, try to start to expose yourself to natural daylight earlier in the day, if you have that opportunity. So get up, get outside, take your cup of coffee out onto the porch or on the deck or wherever you usually enjoy it, and try to get some of that natural daylight. If you don't, like me, have access to natural daylight when you wake up in the morning, you can use a bright light that you can purchase just about anywhere, usually off of the internet. These are lights that provide 10,000 lux or more, and you can start to use them earlier in the day, and that will help sort of solidify your daytime rhythm so that the impact that daylight savings time has on us isn't quite as expressive as it could be. I hope you do follow these tips, and I really hope that you don't have any issues as we spring forward here in a couple of weeks. I also want to touch base with you just to let you know that I am coming up on my 1-year anniversary for Somnilopod, and I'm so excited about that. I have had a really good time doing this, a really good journey. I hope that you have benefited from it, and I really would like to hear from you as far as some of the things that you want us to talk about in our next year. Tips, ideas, tricks, anything that you want to talk about, please forward that information to me. You can reach me at j@somnilopod.com. You can also touch base with me through the comments section on your podcast service. You can also touch base with me through the YouTube channel. I also post regularly there, or semi-regularly. It's hard to do both at times, but you can reach me through that as well as through Instagram and Twitter. So I hope that this information is good for you. Please remember to reach out to me, and until we talk again, remember to make sleep a priority. Thanks so much.